Hey, good morning, everybody. Conscious, not conscious coffee. I actually drink all my coffee. It is a school morning for me. So on my way back home, I thought I would stop real quick and pop on here and do a quick conscious coffee or sparkling probiotic. I do love these. This is the mojito one. I should like start doing advertising for different drink companies or something, because I'm always drinking something different. All these different things. But my favorite is Booch. But today, as I was driving, I was thinking about integration. I was thinking about how we integrate, how we process, the importance of it, and how we really just don't allow ourselves to do that. I was actually, later today, I'm going to be going over and signing up for like unlimited yoga classes, and everything is on my list of things to do today. And, I was thinking back to a few years ago when I had the unlimited over at the yoga place, and going in and laying there, and at the end of class, how I would, I'm just like, I'm wanting to just integrate everything that just took place and let my body absorb and process, and just take that 5, 6, 7 minutes to really just settle into this newfound vibration, this new what's a good word, new segment of life that is brought about. And as I remember, as I would lay there and try to let this happen, this integration happen, there was just constant hustle and bustle around me. These people just popping up and, grabbing their stuff, and class had ended not 1 minute before, and they get into the, they lay down and they're like, okay, one good half-ass breath, and then we're off and we're going, and got to make it to, got to shower, got to do this, got to run and get the kids, got to grab breakfast, got to go to work, got to get into traffic, got to make that call, got it. And there's absolutely no room for processing, for integration at that, with that kind of hustle mentality. When we are moving through life, it is so important to take time and take space to just let yourself process, to let yourself make the shifts, the changes that are needed. In the metaphysical world, and even in the non-metaphysical world, anybody who practices, law of attraction, who's read The Secret, who's into anything like that, who believes that we are beings of energy, based in energy, and that our world is an energetic world. There is a lot of talk about vibration and frequency. One of the biggest things that needs to happen when we are leveling up, you could say, our frequency, our vibration, is to allow for the new vibration to actually integrate into your life. Yes, shifts and changes happen like this, but in this amount of time, you don't have the ability to totally integrate all the work that is taking place inside yourself, emotionally, psychologically, physically. Yesterday, I was over actually at Solberg Institute and doing a structural integration session on my leg and hips and everything. And Michael, I love him to death. He was working on me, and just laying there, and as he was doing different pressure points on my body, I could feel this massive amount of release going through my body, emotional and just, it wasn't even thoughts, it was these sensations, these beautiful and sometimes painful sensations that was just being released. And I could feel like my heart at one moment, I felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest, and then I felt my heart just shaking and shaking, and I just allowed myself the time to integrate that, which meant that as I felt that shakiness, and as I was overtaken by past emotion that was stored in my physical body, that was now being released, so that I could have a new vibration to life, that I could reach into a new segment of life and experience all that I want, right? So to release the old and to tap into the new. In that moment, I just took a good deep breath, and I just allowed myself to melt into his fingertips where his pressure points were, along my collarbone. He was working along my collarbone, and I was just like these points, and I just had to like just breathe in and melt into that space, bring all consciousness there and melt into that space and let it go. Just let it go. That's the beginning of integration. Now, integration, when we're talking body, when we're talking emotions, psychologically, it can take days, weeks, sometimes months. When you do a deep de-armoring process, which is what, it's like taking down all the armor, all the constraints, the constrictions that we put up out of fear over a lifetime. We put these things up, and it blocks us to actually being able to feel our life, to be able to connect. So many times I work with people and they're like, I just don't feel understood. I don't feel heard. I don't feel seen. I can't physically feel really much of anything. I'm just kind of like that. And we fill our bodies with different chemicals to also prevent us from feeling. This is all part of an armoring process. When we do deep dive, de-armor processes, which there are some beautiful processes out there, those can take up to 2 to 3 years to actually integrate and remove everything that we've built up over the course of time. You can go away, you can do a deep dive, de-arming process that takes about 10 days to do, okay? Depending on where you're working with, who you're working with, and where you're going for it. And it can take up to 2 or 3 years for it to fully integrate and for you to fully get into this new vibrational level. Now, it takes that period of time. If you are allowing for it to take that time, you can re-armor, you can fill yourself with different things and not do the work, not allow the internal shifts to happen by getting back into that hustle mode. Just like, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. What's next? And when we work at things as though it is just to check it off of our to-do list, we're not fully integrating. We're not fully stepping into the release and the power that is there for us. We're not allowing ourselves to heal, to access this new state of well-being, because ultimately that's what we're going for. We're going for a new state of well-being, which is always there for us. Well-being is it's everywhere. I mean, just if you just look at nature is forward moving. Us as human beings, we are forward moving. Like when we talk about like getting into soul alignment, soul is not looking back. It is not attached to all that crap back there. We physically hold it. We emotionally hold it. And that's those anchors. That's the armor holding us back. But when we get into the release work of it, and then we allow the integration of it, that's all forward moving. That means that we're not going to re-anchor that stuff back there, but we're actually moving forward. But we've got to create the space, a very, very sacred space, an honoring space for self to allow for that integration to happen. And we live in a world where that's foreign. It is such a foreign concept to just pause, and breathe in the moment, to just pause and allow yourself the ability to get comfortable in this new skin, because that's what you've done. You've shed an old and you are now developing a new. You're rebirthing yourself every time you make a significant change in your life, And here's the thing. There's so many different changes. We go through divorces, we go through physical traumas, we move houses, we buy new cars, we have children, we go through, death with people, we lose animals, we lose people, we have job changes, we have location changes, where we move states or countries even. And all of this has to integrate into our system. It's all perfect. It's all moving us forward. We have to find the beauty in that to be able to move forward. But in order for us to find the beauty, in order for us to tap into this new segment of life where we're just so much more powerful, so much more turned on, so much more in alignment to our core, well, we have to stop the to-do list. We have to stop the hustle. And we have to actually just slow the fuck down and appreciate the moment. So today I ask you to find a moment to pause. Find a moment to pause, because we're always integrating. We're always shifting. We're always changing. We're forward moving, whether we want it, whether we believe it or not. It just is. And I ask you today to try to find a moment where you can take just 15 minutes, to close your eyes, not listen to music, not listen to a talk, not scroll through Facebook, not scroll through your email. Turn your phone onto silence. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Find yourself maybe laying outside and just letting the sun absorb on as much skin as you can reveal to it. Allow yourself, if that's not possible, to lay down on the floor, on the bed, on the couch, someplace comfortable where you can just kind of kick back. Hey, good morning, Addison. Morning, Craig. Morning, Susan. You guys all just popped up there. Where you can just like lay down and just close your eyes and feel into your body. And I mean really truly feel into your body. Take your hand, place it on your chest, feel your heartbeat. Take your other hand and place it on your stomach, on your abdominal area, and just allow yourself to feel that the air is moving in and out, and really allow yourself to let that airflow move. Tap into your body. And just let it be. Just notice the subtle feelings, and notice where the tension is. Breathe into those spaces where you're holding that tension. Allow yourself to relax those areas. Ask yourself, am I holding this here because there's something in my thoughts that I'm holding on to? Is it a repetitive thought that's causing this constriction? Is it something in my emotions that I'm holding on to right here in this congested space of my body? Is it actually a muscular or skeletal issue? Is there something physically manifesting in my body that I need to let go of, that I need to release? Breathe into that. Try to imagine, what does well-being feel like right here in this space? What does it feel like if I was in this ideal, beautiful well-being state? What would that feel like? And try to just envision that, feel it, sense it, just get a whiff of what that well-being feels like for that space that feels constricted, congested, in pain, numb maybe. Breathe into that and see what kind of magic you can get going. See what you start to feel, because in that release, you're allowing yourself to integrate a new piece of yourself. You're starting right there, just with that 15 minutes, you're starting a new phase of life. That is a transformative 15 minutes if you allow yourself the time to actually breathe into it, to actually go there. And then do yourself the favor. Don't just get going right after that 15 minutes, okay? Don't just jump to it as soon as your 15-minute alarm goes off. Don't just jump and go, okay, now I got to shower, now I got to go to work, now I got to do this, now. No. As you come out of that laying down position, I want you to stretch. I want you to really stretch. I want you to open your chest, stretch your arms back, stretch your legs, stretch your arms up as though you were trying to touch the sky. Open your body, stretch your neck up, open your mouth, work your jaw muscles, really work on embodying yourself, okay? Bring yourself into your body. Take another 2-3 minutes to really get into your body and open it. Open it for this day. Open it for the life that you want. Open it for the potential, the possibilities, the energy, everything that you want to call in. How is it going to ever come into you if you are closed to it? How is it ever going to come into you if you are constricted, if there is no space for it? And realize that. That's where the integration is so powerful. When we integrate our energy, when we move into these new phases of life, what we are actually doing is we are opening up new space for new things to come in. The things that we have been working on, the things that we've been calling in, it's kind of like, to put this in like a very easy term. Let's say you are single and you live in a house and every closet in your house is jam-packed full of stuff. You got, Christmas stuff in one closet. You got stuff from you don't know when. All your winter stuff is in another closet. Your closet is jam-packed to the hilt. And then you fall in love, you get married, you move in with somebody, and now you move this other person into your house. But there's no physical room for them. There's no room at all for them. So how much are you actually allowing them in? Like, you've got to clear out. So you've got to start working on clearing some spaces, right? There's a space where you've got to start to go, okay, I need to reorganize this space of my life, this area of my life. I need to clear out some of the old. What do I actually need? What do I no longer use? What have I not looked at for the last 5 years? What can I actually clear and make space for this thing that I'm wanting to call into my life? Okay? We cannot call in what we do not have the space for. Integration is the slowing down process so that we can process what we want, what we don't want, what feels good, what we don't feel good with, and just letting that stuff go that does not serve us anymore. But if we're going like this through life, we never know what we have that serves us and what we have that doesn't serve us, because we are just moving so quickly that we're not slowing down to actually feel what feels good to us. And that feeling of well-being is what you're striving for. A feeling well-being is happiness, is joy, is fulfillment, is satisfaction with your life. So look at your day and take that 15, 20 minutes is what it's going to be. You got to give yourself just 20 minutes today. And if you do this every day to give yourself 20 minutes, you're going to see a fucking amazing life form for you. Magic will happen. You will start to just call in all the wonders that you're wanting. If you're wondering what's holding me back, start looking at how you're actually moving through your day. Are you moving through your day with hastiness, with this set schedule, with this constriction and this tightness on everything that you have to get? Or can you just slow down every now and then and give yourself time to actually just breathe? Hey, Laura. Wow, this is how I've been lately. It's so important. Thank you for that share, Laura. Good morning, Steve. It is really important to just slow down in your life and allow yourself that processing, that integration time, and to realize that there's so much that we have to integrate. There's thoughts and feelings. There's really truly the emotions that we have to do. And then there is also the physical integration, and there's release. Where there is integration, there is release, because we cannot integrate something new unless we release what is old. So how can you tap in and start to release the stuff that is holding in your physical body? How can you start to release the stuff that is holding in your emotional body? How can you start to release the stuff that's holding in your mental body, in your spiritual body? Realize that which is manifesting in the physical realm or in the physical body today, it didn't just happen overnight. It came down from the spiritual and down into the mental and then down into the emotional, and you didn't deal with it here. So now it's manifested into the physical, whether it is your physical body or your physical, what is being delivered to you. Okay, it's flowing through you. You are creating it. So it's come down that trail. Now, if you're not liking it, it's time to look at, like, how can I do the release around it? What are some of those options out there? And if you want to know more about those options one-on-one, because each person's story is unique, and what works for one may not work for another, reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's get you set up with some integration work of the spiritual, of the emotional, of the mental, of the physical. And let's get you living that fuck yes life. So reach out to me for coaching. I do global coaching all around the world. I'm sorry, I'm watching these two squirrels and they're like darting in front of the cars as they're coming. It's hilarious. They're like back and forth. It's like they're daring everybody. They just darted around some guy that's walking down the street too. It's kind of funny. They're just being playful. But reach out to me for one-on-one coaching on anything that I talk about, on really creating that fuck yes life that you might be wanting. You want to know how some deep tricks and hacks and how to actually integrate and release and clear out some of this stuff and do it quickly. Well, then let's get you started with the coaching program today. Okay. And as always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Catch you then. Bye. And I can't get my phone to quit, of course. You know what? That always happens when I'm here. Let's see. I think it's this angle. All right, guys. I love you. I'll catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.